Over the past few years, reporters have interviewed hundreds of sources who knew or worked with Brand. Here we go. The comedian and actor Russell Brand has been accused of this essay and emotional abuse during a 7-year period at the height of his fame. 4 women have alleged SA between 2006 and 2013, while he was a presenter for BBC Radio 2, Channel 4, and then an actor in Hollywood films. Others have made a range of accusations about Brand's controlling, abusive, and predatory behavior. Now, one thing as we go through here, I want you to consider what is illegal behavior and what is just creepy behavior. Being a creep, being a pig, being a disgusting human being is not in and of itself illegal. I mean, you can be a scumbag. You can be a womanizing, misogynist scumbag. You can be a control freak. That's not a crime. Look at the things that you separate that here. Is he a creep or is he a criminal? 4 women have alleged this predatory behavior. Brand denied the allegations and said his relationships have all been consensual. The findings come from a joint investigation by the Sunday Times, the Times, and Channel 4 dispatches. Now, here's a little bit of a breakdown of the 4 claims that have been made against him. The 4 allegations, not claims. One woman alleges that Brand raped her against her will, against a wall in his Los Angeles home. She was treated at a crisis center on the same day, according to medical records. Texts show that in the hours after leaving his house, she told Brand that she had been scared by him and felt taken advantage of, adding, "When a girl says no, it means no." Brand replied saying he was very sorry. I say that is a mischaracterization of this text that we're going to look at a little bit later. When a girl says no, she means no, very sorry. We'll look at that when we get down to her specific allegations, but I think that's a little bit of a misrepresentation of what was said. Or it's one interpretation of what was said. Exactly. Your own personal thoughts on Brand or any of these other women, if you happen to know them, shouldn't bias your coverage or your opinion on the matter. A second woman alleges that Brand assaulted her when she was 31 and she was 16, and when he was 31 and she was 16 and still at school. She said he referred to her as the child during an emotionally abusive and controlling relationship. Again, is a controlling relationship? Is that a crime? No. That lasted about 3 months. Is really a relationship for 3 months, and the Brand once forced his junk down her throat, making her choke. She says she tried to push him off, and she said she had to punch him in the stomach to make him stop. A third woman claims that he SA'd her while she worked with him in Los Angeles, and he threatened. Boy, I'm getting ahead of myself here. And that he threatened to take legal action if she told anyone else about her allegation. The fourth described being SA'd by Brand and him being physically and emotionally abusive towards her. Well, the green kind of highlights problematic points. All said they felt ready to speak. When did they all come independently? Did they all come and say, "Hey, we have"? No, all said they felt ready to speak only after being approached by reporters. They were all perfectly happy being silent about this and not bringing it up for nearly 20 years. And only after reporters approached them and discussed them did they decide to come forward and tell their story. Several said that they felt compelled to do so given Brand's newfound prominence as an online wellness influencer with millions of followers on YouTube and other sites. You set yourself on a mountain peak and someone's going to try to knock you off of it. And again, this does not mean none of this happened. It just means I think we should look at this with a healthy dose of reality and say, okay, again, there's a million reasons why someone might not want to come forward immediately or months or weeks or maybe even a year or so after, but to sit there and not do anything for 20 years and then only come forward after you have been approached by reporters, it raises questions and concerns. The others have accused him of physical and emotional abuse, SA, and bullying. Most of the women who do not know each other have chosen to remain anonymous. They mean the only one that has put her name out there is one that already talked about the stuff in a book. But the 4 main women that came forward here and made these allegations, they have chosen to remain anonymous. And if you go look through my Twitter feed, there's a bunch of people on there going, they're not anonymous. He knows who they are. The reporters know who they are. Just you don't know who they are. Right here, you have the actual news article itself saying they choose to remain anonymous. So don't play word games with me. Don't bandy this about. Don't, try to twist things around. They are anonymous as far as everyone else on planet Earth is concerned, except for the reporters and Russell Brand. That's anonymity. If you want to get that, there's nobody on Earth that's totally anonymous, because somebody knows who they are. That's not the colloquial meaning of anonymous. So don't try to put that in. They are choosing to remain anonymous. So we have people that allege something happened to them horribly 15, 16, 20 years ago that only came forward when they were asked to by reporters, and they still haven't put their name to the story. They still haven't put their names to the story. So we don't know who's making the allegations, and we don't know why it took so long. Over the past few years, reporters have interviewed hundreds of sources who knew or worked with Brand, hundreds of sources, and there's only 4 that have come forward and made these allegations, and there's a whole bunch of other people that have said he's kind of a dirtbag, but only these 4 have come forward apparently and said horrible things thus far. Although there's rumors, there's little hints, there's little kind of wisps out there in the breeze that some other people may be coming forward. Daily Quick Bites says, Legal Vices, how do you know they don't know each other? That's the rhetorical you, by the way. Well, apparently, maybe I guess the newspaper reporter asked them, do you guys know each other? And they said, no, I don't know. But anyway, ex-girlfriends and their friends and family, comedians and other celebrities, people who worked with them on radio and TV, and senior staff at the BBC, Channel 4, and other media organizations. They've talked to a lot of people over years. They've been digging for dirt. Have they been equally digging for dirt on the people that are making these allegations? Have we seen if they've made other allegations against other people? And again, I'm not victim blaming here because I don't know if there is a victim. I just don't know. And I think the whole believe all women all the time, that boat has sailed long ago. If you're going to make an allegation against someone that could destroy them, destroy their career, destroy their livelihood, and possibly put them in the slammer for a good long time, you better put your name to it, and you better throw down the evidence. Otherwise, I'm inclined not to believe you. But so they've been hunting. They've been talking. They've been investigating for years, trying to find the dirt on him. Have they been looking equally as skeptically at the claims, or are they just accepting that these claims are read? Only time will tell, I guess. Brand, oh, here we go. Where do we hear? Along with these interviews, reporters have seen private emails and text messages, submitted freedom of information requests, viewed medical and therapist notes, scrutinized Brand's books and interviews, and watched and listened to hundreds of hours of his shows on the BBC, Channel 4, YouTube to corroborate allegations. Nothing is under oath. There's no. They may see, and this is where we're going off of second, if not third-hand information. Someone tells the reporter something. The reporter writes something. It goes through their various layers of editorialization, their editorial review and whatnot, and then it comes to you and you make an opinion. You're getting second, if not third hand. And they say that they've looked at the text messages. We'll talk a little bit more about the text messages later. They've seen medical and therapist notes, and those therapist notes are going to contain things that the person told them. Has it been factually verified that this is what happened that they put in there? So you could be, someone could be embellishing, someone could be hiding, someone could be obfuscating, someone could be saying something that gets in a therapist's notes. That therapist tells the reporter puts it in paper, and by the time it gets to you, you're again third or fourth hand out. That's why I want to see specific evidence from the people making the accusations to back up their claims. And if these claims are true, he should probably be buried 6 feet under the ground in some unmarked graves on the hillside somewhere. So just let me get that out right now. If these actually turn out to be, if these are substantiated to the point where I feel they've been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, yeah,